the rules here. Back with another one, alright? And today I want to talk about cultural stereotypes. About addressing the issue about being Russian in America sucks. And it does in certain ways, because as I said, you don't have this American culture, it's harder for you to fit in. Especially if you have your own problems and your personality is not that social and stuff. It makes it tougher because you need to like adapt to all the changes, cultural changes and stuff. And if you're not easily adaptable, you know, you're just gonna be not interesting person. But also cultural stereotypes play there too, because I'm a Russian Jew. I'm ethnically Jewish, but it doesn't mean that I fit all the Jewish fucking cultural stereotypes. I'm Russian and Jewish, as I would like to call myself, because I got some Russian blood in myself too. Even when I was a little kid, people were saying like, wow, you don't look like Jewish people are, because of what people think about Jewish people, that they're greedy, they know how to count money, they're only hanging out with each other like in ghettos because this is the way they live. But if you look at all other nations, they're the same way. Look at black people, for example. When black people, you know, when they came to the United States, they used to be slaves. They used to all hang out with each other. It's like every race, they have the tradition because they have like bonds with each other. They like to be with each other because of their culture and stuff. But here's the problem with me in terms of being Jewish, okay? First of all, I didn't grow up in Jewish religious family. My mom is an agnostic, my dad was not a religious person. Jewish people in Russia used to be close together like till the beginning of 20th century. But after that they also started assimilating. And my grandmother, who was Jewish obviously, she changed her Jewish name to like Russian name. She got typical Russian name, okay? Instead of Jewish name which was given to her by birth. And then also she married non-Jewish man. And my grandfather, who was Russian, who was not Jewish, pay attention to that shit, okay? His character also was not Jewish. He liked to drink, he liked women, he liked to like enjoy and relax and shit. He was drinking all the time, you know? He was drinking cognac, he was drinking vodka. He was not an alcoholic, but he enjoyed it. He died pretty young though, like 52 years old. What usually Americans think about Russians? That they're fucking KGB and stuff, that they're fucking mobsters and shit. But look at that, Twister is a fucking mobster. Yo, cause I'm a gangster, cause I'm a hustler, cause I'm a baller, cause I'm a mobster. You know, speaking of which, I actually like Twister. I would highly recommend you to listen to him, he's really fucking great. He's one of the best rappers ever. And it kind of sucks, you know, it was like you came to the United States and people already have the opinion about you. Or even worse, if you, for example, Muslim, or no, you know, since 9/11 and stuff, people don't want to be friends with you because they think that you're a terrorist. Like I had a friend who is a Muslim, my good friend, and his brother, he was telling me about it. But at the same time, if you're an outgoing person, you have charisma, you definitely can you can get rid of all this cultural stereotype and you can prove people that what you are, it's nothing to do with this cultural stereotypes. But again, not everybody can step out of that bullshit, you know. But if you don't have charisma, if you don't know how to deal with the situation, you know, people gonna still think about you as this cultural stereotypes. If you're Jewish, they will think that you are cheap, if you are like all about money, you have a lot of money, they want to take money from you. But if you're Russian, they also think that you are fucking part of a Russian mob, that you are drink vodka all the time, and things like that. Because American people, they don't know shit. That's the thing, they don't know shit. But kind of create barriers. And also, as I mentioned before, the hard thing about American people, that they also make you think, and I don't tell you straight up what's wrong with you. If they don't like you, they're gonna say, oh, I'm sorry, and they may make you feel really good that, you know, I'm sorry, we couldn't do it, this and that. But in their mind, they're thinking, oh, fuck this motherfucker, we don't want to deal with him, fuck him, you know, even though they're not gonna say it. like I saw like in America, if you cross somebody road, they will think what kind of vessel you are, but what they're gonna say, oh, I'm sorry that I've been on your way. Like they will behave like this is they who are wrong, not that you who are wrong. That's the thing about American people, the way they are brought up. They're like very non-confrontational. And that kind of sucks, because that pisses me the fuck off. They're fucking so non-confrontational and stuff. But they still gonna do what they're gonna do. If they don't like you, they still not gonna be with you. Only instead of saying fuck you, they just gonna say, oh, I'm sorry, and they're gonna make you feel good. And it actually hurts more, because you think that people wanna be with you and they really not, and you like need to think all the time about what the hell these motherfuckers think really. Do they really wanna be my friend, or are they just like being polite and shit? Kind of hard to make friends anyway in America. It's harder than in Russia. People are more open and shit. And here people like, you know, they just give you the phone, don't call you. Never face that bullshit in Russia. Because in Russia, you know, I just knew people from school. I was hanging out with them, hanging out with their friends. It was all cool. Russian people, at least you can rely on them more. If they say they're down to hang out, they are. And American people, they are not. They like, you know, they just to be polite will say, oh yeah, I will do that. Oh yeah, I will do that. And in reality, they think in the back of my mind, fuck him, I don't want to deal with this motherfucker. I'm not dealing with enough with him. Fuck him. That's what American people, some of them, are all about. Oh yeah, by the way, also another bad thing. You hear how I'm saying, right? Player Supreme watched my channel and he said he couldn't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. And that pisses me off. Because, you know, if I want to be on YouTube, if I want to express myself, I want people to understand what I'm talking about. And since I have a strong Russian accent, I cannot do it. There are always Americans who never talk to any other foreigners. They don't know what foreigners are all about. And like when I'm gonna say something, they could just, what? We need a fucking translator. Even though I speak English, they still don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. And that pisses me off. Because that limits me in terms of self-expression, because people are not gonna watch my channel as much because I speak Russian. But if I would speak like all American people talk, I would be more popular, because they will have easier time to understand me. And that's another thing which pisses me off, and this is another thing why it sucks to be Russian in America, and any foreigner for that matter. Because you cannot fully express yourself without people having problem understanding what the hell you're talking about. Unless you speak slowly, okay? All the best to you guys. Later.